Ninjani, babes, in the right now, your queen is a-okay. Judging by the title, you already know what this video is all about. Become your higher self. Become the person you've always wanted to be. Before I get into the first point of the video, I would just like to tell you guys that becoming your higher self isn't something you will do in a day. It isn't something you'll do overnight. It takes time, it takes patience, it takes consistency, and a lot of mental preparation. We are all looking to be better versions of ourselves. We are all looking to become our higher selves. Unfortunately, not everyone will become who they are destined to be. But what I want to emphasize on is don't ever give up on yourself. No matter how hard your situation is, no matter how hard you try and you feel as if you're not gonna get there, just never ever give up on yourself. Because once you tap into that spirit of giving up, you won't achieve things in life. And giving up guarantees that you will never reach your goal. But for as long as you try, you are one step closer. It may take a year or 2 or 5, but for as long as you put in the work, you will get what you deserve. You will see the results. So without further ado, let's get straight into the first point. The first point that I have for you is forgive yourself for your past mistakes. There is absolutely no need for you to live with regret. Regret actually takes away your happiness. What happened in the past cannot be erased. It can't be undone. What has happened, happened. What you need to do is learn from your mistakes and move on. Stop living in the past. Yes, you've wasted your time. Yes, you chose wrong friends. You made bad decisions. You've prioritized things that didn't actually need to be prioritized. You prioritized the wrong things. But I'm sure you have learned from that. The fact that you are watching this video means that you have realized your mistakes. You are now trying to be a better version of yourself. And the first step into doing so is by forgiving yourself. Stop beating yourself up for things you cannot change. Stop beating yourself up for not knowing any better. We live and we learn, okay? Stop living with regret. Move on from what has happened in the past. Learn from your mistakes and do better in the future. The second point that I have for you is work on your impediment. Work on your barrier. Now, What I mean by this is, if, for example, you know that you are lacking when it comes to reading, or let me just say, if your vocabulary is poor, and you are aware of that, of course, what you need to do is read books. If you are unhealthy, or if you want a certain body structure, then obviously what you need to do is exercise and change your diet. Changing your diet doesn't necessarily mean eat greens only. No. For an average South African, one that cannot afford to completely change everything that they're currently eating, what you can do is minimize certain things or cut off certain things. For example, if you used to having alcoholic beverages or juice with your meal, substitute that with water. Water is a natural liquid. It breaks down food, it cleanses you. It's just, it does a lot of things. So instead of consuming alcohol or juice, rather substitute that with water. Stop eating takeouts every single weekend. Stop going out to drink every single weekend. What else? Yes, minimize your sugar intake, as well as the candy that you consume, the amount of candy that you consume. So, working on your impediment, especially if it comes to health or body-wise, body structure rather, just change minor things that you can change. But when it comes to vocabulary, as well as your communication skills, for example, read books. Starting a new habit or forming a new habit can be quite tricky. It can be challenging. I know, trust me. I'm working on myself, and I've made a lot of changes this year. Yes, things weren't easy, but I've come a long way, and I'm very, very happy with my progress. So if you know that you need to work on your vocabulary or your communication skills, read books and be very mindful of the kind of books you read. If you are looking to just improve your vocabulary, then you can read any kind of book. But if you are looking to improve your communication skills, then you should be looking for books that go hand in hand with communication or communication skills. So just be very, very mindful of the things you consume. Spend an hour every day working on yourself, at least an hour. Okay? Spend an hour every day, be consistent, and trust me when I say you will see the results. The third point that I have for you is change your environment. Changing your environment doesn't necessarily mean move from where you are currently staying to another area or to another location. But what I mean by change your environment, I'm mainly talking about friends. the people whom you associate yourself with. But if you are able to change your physical environment, then by all means do so. But what matters most here is the type of people you choose to spend most of your time with, the type of people whom you share things with, people whom you allow into your life. Some friends aren't good friends, and some friends aren't your friends, if that makes sense. Some people come into our lives to diminish us. Someone may see your potential. Actually, it is said that a lot of the times it's other people who see our potential before we see it, or they see it more than we do. So with that being said, some of your friends come into your life to diminish you so that you don't ever reach your goals, so that you don't become your higher self. And trust me, I've had those kind of people before. But like I said, I've worked on myself a lot this year, and I am doing much better. Yes, I've always been self-aware. I'm that type of person, but now I'm more self-aware. Change your environment, change your friends, and spend more time alone. The more time you spend on your own, the more you'll realize who you are, what you want, and how you are going to get there. The objectives needed in order for you to reach your goal. Spending time alone minimizes people's voices. People always influence us directly and indirectly. The more time you spend on your own, the more you'll realize what it is that you want without having someone else's influence or someone else's opinion. Yeah, bo. So spend a lot of time alone. And by this, I'm not saying cut people off completely and be a loner. No. But spend a lot more time with yourself than you would with friends. Switch, make those drastic changes. Go big or go home. We are all aware of that maxim, right? So this video is all about going big or going home, baby. Know the kind of life you want to live. Know the kind of person you are trying to become, and make the necessary changes to become your higher self. The fourth point that I have for you is pray. I know this isn't something that you guys probably expected to hear, but prayer does help. Guys, Gary, prayer does help. One of the books that I'm currently reading states that God is our creator and we are made in his likeness. In order for you to know yourself even more, you need to draw yourself closer to God. Draw yourself closer to your manufacturer. I've been praying a lot. Nah. I've undergone a spiritual journey. Guys, I've made drastic changes in my life. And whatever, trust me when I tell you, prayer does help. Pray to your God. Whoever your God is, pray to them. Pray for strength. Pray for resilience. Pray for wisdom. Pray for consistency. Pray that God helps you through this journey. Pray that He guides you. The more you pray, the more content you'll become. The more you pray, the more content you'll be. It doesn't matter what situation you're in right now. It doesn't matter what transformation you're undergoing. But if you cast your battles onto God and ask Him to give you the strength to see through what it is that you are currently going through, trust me when I tell you, Uguti, God will come through for you. God will grant you what you have asked of Him. Guys, ask God to give you strength. Ask God to help you with literally anything more lively. If you want to make your relationship with Him stronger, then ask Him. Simply pray to Him and ask Him, go to God, I'm undergoing 1, 2, and 3. I know I haven't been praying, but I need you, Lord. And I'm asking that you restore our relationship. God will do it. He will help you. Guys, don't take this for granted. You need to have faith. You need to believe in something. You need to pray. We don't have all the power. We cannot do everything ourselves. We need strength. We need guidance. We need faith. Change your mindset. Be positive. Be faithful. Be hopeful. If you aren't faithful, if you aren't hopeful, then you're just living. You don't have aspirations. You don't have a positive mindset. Prayer also helps with a positive mindset, y'all. Because with positivity comes happiness. With positivity comes joy from within. When you are positive, you're always looking forward to the future. You aren't stuck mentally wherever you are right now, or in your horrible phase. Guys, just pray. Trust me when I tell you that prayer is important and prayer does help. The last point that I have for you is let go of old habits. Becoming your higher self requires you to let go of things you've done in the past. A prerequisite for becoming your higher self is extreme change. Let go of your old habits. If you were the type of person that went out and consumed alcohol every single weekend, and you realized that by doing so, you are wasting your time and money, you aren't elevating in any way, then cut. If you smoked and you realized that smoking every single day, or smoking whatever it is that you're smoking, isn't aiding in you becoming your higher self or aiding to your life in any way, then cut it out, Stando Sam. Stop. And the one thing that will help you to eradicate your old habits is by changing the people you hang around with. Going back to the third point when I said change your environment. And I emphasized that changing your environment doesn't necessarily mean change your physical location, but rather change the people whom you spend most of your time with. Let go of old habits. Start believing in yourself. Change your environment and spend more time alone. Stop going out every weekend. If maybe you still need to consume alcohol, even though you aren't out in the streets, then it's okay. Buy your alcohol and stay at home. I get it, we're taking baby steps up. We're not rushing into anything. Take baby steps. Be consistent with yourself. Never give up on yourself. And trust me, you will see the results. Instead of going out every single weekend, rather buy your alcoholic beverage and consume it endlessly. And by doing so, you will spend less money and you won't drink as much as you normally would have if you are out and about. When it comes to smoking, if you smoke cigarette and you maybe smoke 10 cigarettes a day, then reduce it. Reduce that number. Reduce that number every single day. Every single day. Guys, you can become your higher self. It is possible to let go of your old habits. But what is required of you is to first of all believe in yourself. Believe that you can do it. Believe that you have the strength to. Pray. Change your environment. Have a positive mindset. And be very, 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 very hopeful. Always dream about the future. Envision your higher self. Have a goal and have objectives that will help you reach your goal. It's possible. It can be done. But the most important thing is that you need to believe it can be done. You need to believe that you can become your higher self. So, with that being said, I wish you a wonderful journey. Yes, it's going to be difficult. No one said it was going to be easy. Easy come, easy go. You know that, right? Good luck on your trajectory. It can be done. Just implement these tips that I've provided you with. And just don't ever give up on yourself. Okay? From this heart to yours. Bye, y'all. I will see you in my next video.